Good morning, and good morning. This is Dr. Garrett of Faith in Existence Ministry and LLC, designing content to help you think microscopically, to slow down your emotions, to allow your thoughts to override your emotions. When our thoughts override our emotions, then we can engage in high ordered, influential, concrete analytical thinking and comprehension designed to not only elevate us, but to listen to understand so we can have win win situations in the midst of conflict. When our emotions override our thoughts, then we are self centered, narcissistic, egotistical, and we want others to acquiesce to us. You're looking at the most narcissistic, um, self-centered person that I have known. And if I can change my ways to be more understanding, more patience with others, then you can do so too. Each one of us has a calling to perfect ourself of a man and ourself as a woman. It is pleasurable to have a heart as a child because children are so forgiving, yet we are stubborn. We want everything our way. We refuse to look at situations from others' point of view, and we listen to react as opposed to listening to understand. And I'm telling you, as a therapist, I am the most difficult person that I have counseled, yet each and every day I seek to become the best version of myself, not by my might nor my power, but by God's Spirit. And that is Zechariah 4:6. I memorize it because that text gives me the strength to put self aside so I can become the best version of myself for my family, for my colleagues, anything I do and everything I do. I desire to partner with Sweet Jesus to become the best version of myself. Now, today's short video is entitled Producing Fruit Based on Having a Relationship with Jesus that Allows Us to Perfect Our Homes. Producing fruit so we can perfect our relationship with Jesus so our homes can be well rounded. Now, the text I will give you is Luke chapter 6, verse 44 to 49. I'm reading from the King James Version. For every tree is known by his own fruit. We are actually called to be a tree of righteousness, and fruit is behaviors, emotions, and thoughts. Whatever comes out your mouth is a form of fruit because we either create life on others or we create death. So let me read. For every tree is known by his own fruit, for of thorns men do not gather figs, nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringing forth that which is good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringing forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. So according to this text, there are two type of men. There are men that bring forth good fruit, then there are men that bring forth bad fruit. Verse 46. And why call it and why call me and why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? So this is what Jesus is telling us that separates a man from a boy. Whoever come to me and heareth my sayings and doing them, I will show you to whom he is like. So there are three tasks that allows us to produce fruit and transform our homes to a heavenly home. Luther Vandross had a song, a house is not a home? Force MDs had a song, Love is a House. The home is the greatest educational institution that leads to change. We are called to have organized home. A home should always be in order. So when you are having a tough, difficult day, when you think about home, when you arrive in home, is as if the worldliness, the issues of your day, the trials and tribulations you may have had with your colleagues, or the work, it could have been so overwhelming, is as if they melt away as soon as you think about home, or when you enter your home. It's so important to have organized home, right? And this text tells us our fruit, whatever comes out of our mouths, whatever we watch, what we eat, what we hear, what we touch, what we taste, whatever comes in is going to affect how we look at our homes. Fruit is related to organized home, and our home is either built on Jesus or not. So there are three tasks that we need to do to produce fruit and have organized homes. I'll read it once again. This is taken from Luke chapter 6, verse 47. Jesus said 47 and 48. Luke chapter 6, verse 46 and 47. Three tasks that we can do to produce fruit and have solid, concrete, edifying homes. And Jesus says, "And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?" Now, here's are the three tasks that we can do to produce fruit and have organized home. Whosoever come to me, we have to come to Jesus and hear my sayings. Number two, and doeth them. Number three, I will show you to whom he is like. Now, he's going to tell us in verse 48, a person who is obedient to these three tasks. He is like a man which built a house. In other words, your house is formulated on these three tasks. Whatever Jesus, you come to him for advice, you hear what he say, and you make it practical. He is like a man which built a house and dig deep, which basically means you're looking at your faith, which is established by his grace. You dig deep for any family of origin experiences or past relational issues. You dig deep, so you eradicate it from your heart and you throw it away, because your foundation is based on what Jesus is telling you to change your search, your culture, your experience, your reason and tradition, and to make it heavenly. So he's like a man who's built a house and dig it deep and laid the foundation. His house is laid on the foundation of a rock. When's the last time you have heard the foundation of life is laid on a rock, or even written on the rock? What he's telling you in this text, that the Ten Commandments is the foundation of how we build a house. The first three commandments have to do with your psychological welfare. The fourth, which is the Sabbath, which starts with the word remember, has to do with the seal of God, his name, his territory, and his title. His name God, his title Lord, and his territory the earth, right? And the fifth commandment has to do with our physical welfare, right? How you relate to yourself and your family. And commandments 6 to 10 is your social welfare. So our house is predicated on the foundation of these four areas, which are the four areas of our lives. So in our house, it's a learning experience to perfect ourselves in these four areas. So, and let me continue reading. And when the flood rose, the flood could be disagreements with your family members, can be worldly circumstances and so forth. You will have trouble in your home based on outside influences coming inside your home, or just life issues. So when the flood rose and stream beat vehemently upon that house, it could not shake, because it was founded on a rock. That's the key. Founded on a rock. Our homes, our behaviors, our emotions should be founded on a rock. How we think about the past, the present, and future should be founded on the rock, and the rock is Jesus. So if we are able to have sustainable marriages, relationships with self, have an understanding of our purpose, realize where we came from and where we are and where we're going, to have hope in everything we do, seeking to be the spark for ourselves and others, then we will come to him. We will listen to what he has to say, and we will make it practical. Now, here's the opposite. For those who desire to be a Lord to themselves, verse 49 applies to you. But he that heareth and doeth not, and is like a man that without a foundation built an house. You build your house, but you have no foundation upon the earth. So when the trials of life hit, and here it says, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great. As of today, the marital and separation rates, especially in people of color, is over 80%. 1 out of 4 women will be married. There is a pandemic that's going on in many different ethnicities where a lot of women are single and they will die of loneliness, right? A lot of men, same thing. Because of your boyish attitude, your boyish ways, your inability to know what it means to be a man, you will find yourself as you age by yourself. A lot of men and women have dogs or cats as pets because they was unable to really cultivate a right relationship with Jesus, do living in victory over strongholds every day in order to love, living out victory every day. So we either building our house with a foundation, and that foundation is Christ, or we're building a house with the foundation is our own ways, and that house will become empty and desolate because when the trials occur, you don't have conflict resolution skills to overcome the issue. And this is why a lot of marriages are failing. What makes my practice different, I go straight to the BIBLE, which is basic instructions before leaving earth, to find topics that's related to what is happening in the world. So if we want to have sustainable relationships with ourselves and with others, we need to come to Jesus, listen to what he says, and make it practical. Now, Jesus loves us so much, he will never force himself on us. We have to come to him with contrite hearts in order to have changed ways. Michael Jackson's song, Man in the Mirror. I'm asking Garrett to change his ways. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking myself to change my ways. If I want to make a world a better place, I need to look at myself and make that change. Be blessed. Enjoy your day.